I like how, as per usual, Takumi is having a crisis. Oh my god. Perhaps my delusions actually can actually become. God damn it. And now Remy's just standing there, menacingly. Not menacingly. Despite how early in the morning it was, she was just as cheerful and energetic as ever. The moment I saw her smile, the trembling I had been unable to fight suddenly ceased. Aww. I like that. He's, calm. I feel at peace, you know? That was odd. I used to get extremely uncomfortable whenever 3D girls were around me, but for some reason, I felt at ease now that Remy was here. I mean, she's your emotional support Remy. He's confused. He doesn't understand his feelings. Like, oh, I understood now. According to the minimum attendance chart, I thought we threw that away. I had to go to school today. I'd probably told Remy that yesterday. Honestly, I thought our attendance record, like, the chart, was completely fucked at this point. Yeah, it had to be that. Because of Shogun, I'd been too afraid to go out on my own, and that was when Remy told me, I'll stay by your side. She was keeping that promise. You're damn right she is. Look at her. Huh? Yeah, you can't get rid of her that easily. Remy winked mischievously at me. What edoge was this? It's not, but we're getting there. You keep having these delusions, it's gonna be. I couldn't believe a girl from my class had come to pick me up. It was a scenario I would have never expected to ever happen in real life. If she wanted to make it genuinely top tier, I swear to fucking God, she should have barged into my room and woken me up. That would have insta-killed me. Well, we don't want to die. While I cooked up idiotic delusions like that, Remy looked up at the sky like a visual novel protagonist. That distant look of hers again. Oh, God. Well, the sun's light is composed of 7 colors, the well-known colors of the rainbow. Fucking Takumi, I swear to God. For those 7 colors to reach the human eye, they have to pass through the Earth's atmosphere. When that happens, a phenomenon called scattering occurs. To put it simply, when light collides with the particles in the atmosphere, it gets refracted in several random directions. Since it gets refracted in random directions, it results in light traveling around a lot, and that's what makes it easily observable for people. Well, actually, the color that scatters the most are purple and blue. That's why the sky is blue. Wow, who would have thought? I was so smart, I impressed even myself sometimes. However, while my answer was based on scientific fact, Remy's came from emotions and romanticism. Oh boy, I felt like Remy had already said something like that before, but when exactly? Don't worry about it. It's none of your concern. It's all of my concern, really. God damn it, dude. I quickly changed clothes, then left the Kurenai conference hall building with Remy. Don't fuck. I mean, it's both playing this game. That was both nice and unsettling at the exact same time. Because I just got caught off guard. Going to school together, for all intents and purposes, this was normie shit. Shogun and Yua terrified me so much. I honestly wanted them to die. And I really meant that. Fucking kill yourself, both of you. And yet, thanks to them, I've been able to test out normiedom. Maybe I owed them more than I realized. Yeah, sure. Let's just go with that. I attempted to force myself to change how I felt about them, but you literally said they should die. Dr. Takashina's face resurfaced in my mind. No, stop! And my good mood was instantly blown away. My doctor had been killed, and it could very well have been because of me. Shogun had killed a doctor I knew well, all to set an example or to provoke me. I was hit with a wave of pure anxiety and dread. Dude, I'd be feeling all the anxiety all the time, no matter what, if I was him. I mean, he is. I began to gradually fall behind Remy. Looking at her diagonally now, I glanced at the back of her head. What kind of expression could she be making? She's humming. Yeah, see? She's having a good time. She was humming. She was humming the song from the Phantasm CD I'd lent to her the day prior. Oh, okay. Her footsteps were light and bouncy. We weren't even talking, so why was she so happy? Seeing her like that, it helped alleviate my anxiety, if only a little bit. But it was probably time to be honest with myself. Why was Remy being so nice to me? Here we go. Maybe the reason lay within the memories I had with her. Memories that were lost to me. Yeah, we'll find out, I'm sure. When we arrived at school, I let Remy go off on her own and made a break for the restroom. Because obviously she can't fucking go with us to the bathroom. That was one of my secretly OP tactics. What are you talking about? I felt bad since Remy had gone out of her way to pick me up, but coming to school with a girl would make me stand out. Especially if the DQNs in my classroom noticed. Who knew what terrible fate would be in store for me then? That was why I'd taken a short break in the restroom. It would buy me enough time to make them think I'd come alone. And yet my mission ended in failure. Good. So we step out of the bathroom, immediately just accosted. Putting a nonchalant look on my face, I left the restroom and headed toward the classroom at the end of the hallway, keeping my head down all the way. Oh, God. As I made my way there, I spotted ISA walking toward... Don't walk toward me. I just want to be... I mean, I like her smile. It's nice. The moment our eyes met, ISA's lips twisted into a thin smile. I didn't find it. ISA was a celebrity. I knew I'd be better off not talking to her when we were at school, as it would only make me stand out. Unfortunately, ISA wasn't on the same page that I was, which she showed by choosing to stop directly in front of me. I had no choice but to follow suit.
Takumi, あれから警察はどう?
I mean, don't stop it. I nearly screamed, but I managed to cover my mouth with my hand. Why would you bring that up in public? I looked around in a panic. The situation was already very bad. Unsurprisingly, ISA was the center of attention. It was rare for her to come to school at all, and she was Phantasm's vocalist, and she was a beautiful androgynous woman. The last thing was pretty much universal opinion, meaning both guys and girls alike were immensely interested in ISA. I mean, she's a lovely lady. What do you want? What do you want from us? And they all knew that there was no way she'd be talking to an otaku freak like me under normal circumstances. The gazes surrounding me were painful. I wanted to run away. Our first thing we like to do every night.
剣を探して。
I haven't...
君はそうしなくちゃいけないのよ。
She always said the same thing every time we met. I say maybe on my side, but I was tired of her repeating the same bullshit over and over again like a broken record. Well, then fucking find your sword, like goddamn. Maybe you should fucking say something different. God damn it. I hate being his conscience sometimes. Or that little voice in your head. But that's me with him, but he never listens to me. Except when he does. I want to get it. I want to get to it. I want to get it just as much as you want me to. I just don't know how.
ヒントが欲しい。
Nope.
君はどうやってあれを手に入れた？
It's all, you have to find it out on your own.
いつの間にかそこにあった。
Oh my god. It's like not, that's a non-answer. And there it was. Was she ever going to stop dodging the goddamn question?
気づかなかったわ、最初は。
Okay.
でもちょっとだけ見方を変えたら分かった。もしかしたら匠にももう見えているのかも。
Not from my perspective.
見ていないだけで。
She might be right. She's probably onto something. And she lost me. Like our sword's just around. We just don't see it yet. Conversing with ISA always wore me out. Spare me the Zen cones, please.
剣はちゃんと探してるよ。僕だって絶対手に入れたいから。
Did she just leave? Unable to bear the piercing gazes for even a second longer, I gave ISA a short sigh of exasperation, then slipped past her and into the classroom. No, it was us. Where we will go and get. After all that, I became even more depressed. Some of the guys, Misumi-kun included, were staring at me in astonishment. What? Ah, shit, they'd seen me talking to ISA. Here we go. I was in deep shit now. Who knew what they were gonna say to me? I could deal with it if they just made fun of me for a bit, but I was worried that they'd go one step further and actually pick a fight with me. Why? Just because I dared to talk to ISA. I really didn't need a demo of high school gang activity. Dude, we would get our ass annihilated, okay? I dropped my gaze and made my way to my seat, trying to bring the least possible amount of attention to me. I beg you, please leave me alone. You know.
Oi, oi, oi!
Yup, you knew he wasn't going to. My prayers were left unanswered.
タク、てめえいつの間に？今、岸本と話してたよな。
I just ignore him. Put your head down. I had to remain silent. I couldn't allow myself to look up.
岸本が誰かとまともに会話してるとこ、初めて見たぜ。一体どんな手使ったんだよ。
I didn't do anything. I beg of you, don't yell so loud. It's echoing throughout the classroom. Please just leave me alone. I have no intention of messing around with ISA. Even if I wanted to, I'm not worthy of her anyway. That's the self-deprecating that I enjoy. Let's go. So please stop making such a big deal about out of this.
なあ、タク、教えろって。
No, we're deaf.
大地
Yes, our reinforcements have arrived. Right then, Remy interrupted him.
落ち着け。タクが困ってるでしょ。
悪い悪い。
I guess he must have, like, actively, like, I know he was being loud, but he must have been very loud. Misumi-kun lowered his voice and clapped me lightly on the back. With my head still hanging low, I let out a small sigh. Remy had come to save me yet again.
で、実際のところ、どうやったんだ?
Well, there's your answer. I didn't know what I'd expected. This was the dude who only thought with the wrong head after all. That means his penis.
もう、大地ってほんと節操ないよね。
Nope.
そのうち彼女さんに刺されるんじゃない？
Jesus Christ.
心配すんなって。俺こう見えても各種ケアは欠かさねえから。
Uh-huh.
何それ？
You can't be doing that, but then also go around her back and, like, be trying to get with all these other girls. This is not how that works. Unless she's okay with it, which she's not. So, it is what it is.
なあタク、教えろよ。岸本とはどんな感じなんだ?
Asking me once again, Misumi-kun started rubbing my shoulder. Stop touching me. While I was reluctant about it, I timidly looked up. About half the guys in the classroom were taking quick glances at me and whispering to each other, "Hey, fuck you guys." Alright? Ah, shit. They were still watching me. I hate when they all look at me. Don't look at me. Chills ran all over the nape of my neck. If you were caught in a DQN's line of sight, you were finished. They'd never let you hear the end of it. All that awaited you was pure unending hell. What should I do? Run away? Should I just skip classes and go home? That's an option. No, I couldn't do that alone. The mere thought of running into either Shogun or Yua left my legs paralyzed. Should I ask Remy to go back home with me? Would Remy ditch with me? I bet you she would. She'd said before that she kept her promises, which means she'd stay by my side at all times. So if she really had been telling the truth before, surely she'd skip classes with me. That's too much like... I'd feel bad for making her do that, though. Regardless, I needed to get out of the classroom as soon as possible. I don't like what that was. Suddenly a really loud sound came from the entrance. Everyone immediately turned their gazes toward it, trying to figure out what it was going on. What the shit is going on in there? Oh. What did you just fall over again? Oh my god. It was the transfer student. Rubbing her forehead with tears in her eyes, she bowed silently to everyone around her again and again. Did you smash your head into the fucking wall? Like, what are you doing? This girl's a disaster. The entire classroom had fallen silent. What the hell?
今の見たか？
見た。一人で勝手に扉に激突してたね。
She's just a disaster.
やっぱ梢ちゃんは可愛いな。
Yeah, you know what? Smashing your fucking face into the door is cute, I guess. I don't understand. If the clumsy girl archetype actually existed IRL, she certainly fit the bill. Dude. Oh, come here. You're my friend now, though. Come here. We're gonna.
また泣いた。
Oh my god. Come here. Let me just rub your forehead because you smashed your goddamn fucking face into the door.
大丈夫かな？すごい音してたけど。
Dude, that was, yeah, she just, boom! With worry in her voice, Remy ran up to the transfer student before anyone else could. She just couldn't help herself from getting involved. What a meddler. But I guess she was just that kind.
うお、リミに先越された。待て待て。梢ちゃんを解放するのは俺だ。
And then he runs over, making his intentions clear, aka telling Remy to back off. Misumi-kun ran over to the transfer student, albeit a bit late. The transfer student running into the door ended up being a blessing in disguise. Thank God, because then they're all looking at her, not me. The guys that had been staring up at me until then now shifted their attention toward her. Good job, transfer student. I'd have to thank her later. But right then, I happened to overhear what a group of girls near my desk were saying. Oh no. What?
何あれ？
What?
狙ってやってんじゃん。
I don't think I mean, she might, but I don't think so. She fell down the stairs. Like, this is just how she is. Their whispers were faint, but I knew exactly what they said. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I thought I was about to hear like a sound, but it's just the bell. Oh, no.
視界にはデッドスポットと呼ばれる通常は使用されることのないいくつかの神経チャネルが存在することをご存知ですか？
God damn it.
それが第二世代と何か関係があるのかね？
そういうことになります。簡単な実験をしてみましょう。
Is that shit we were talking about, Billy Williams?
これをご覧ください。
Okay.
子供騙しを聞いている暇はないぞ。
Hey, you shut your goddamn mouth. I need to pay attention.
重要なことですよ。
Okay.
この図には左側にドット、右側にリングがあります。
Yup.
では、左目を手で覆って見えないようにしてください。
Okay.
そのまま右目だけで図の左側にあるドットを見つめてください。
Okay.
いかがですか？ドットを見つめる目の端の方にリングも存在しますか？
Yes.
いくらドットだけを見つめていても、隣にあるリングがついでに見えているのは当然だと思うがな。
Like, I mean, my vision's not the best anyway, but it's still there.
では先生、ドットだけを見つめたままモニターに顔を近づけていってみてください。隣のリングはどうなりますか？
Oh god damn it. Okay, here we go. Let me get. Well, yeah, when you get closer to the screen, like.
おお、これは。
I mean, like how close do you want me to get?
興味深いね。
右側のリングが消えた。
Like,
そうですね。
if you get close enough, obviously I'm gonna lose sight of it. I'm especially covering my eye.
これは視界が狭まったからではありません。その証拠に、さらにモニターに近づくことで、リングはまた視界に現れます。
Wait, what?
これは一体どんなトリックだ？
What is the sorcery? Hold on. I mean, okay, dude, my monitor's like too far away anyway. Oh god.
いいえ、トリックの類ではありません。普段は使用されていないですが、人間が元から持っている目の機能の一つですよ。
I mean, shit. It sounds like we don't need it.
これはデッドスポットと呼ばれ、
Oh god.
ノアによって人間の視界の中に無から有を作り出す際に使用するチャネルなのです。
Oh no. I was like, what is this madness? What is this Jedi sorcery? I don't understand. After class is finished, I found myself standing still at the school entrance. Yeah, I couldn't really quite do that because I mean, obviously I got the microphone in the way, my monitor's farther away. I had to move like my entire. It'd just be a pain. Twilight was beginning to encroach upon the sky, and a few crows were flying across it, flapping their wings without so much as a caw. Caw. I was waiting for Remy. It was her turn to clean the classroom, so she was taking longer than usual. Here's a fucking brilliant idea. If you know you're gonna be with Remy anyway, why don't you help her? God damn it. We hadn't promised to go home together today, but I was sure she would. So, waiting for that to happen, I'd been standing there for over 15 minutes. I had no idea how the day would go this morning, but I'd managed to go through it with fairly little trouble. Misumi-kun was so desperate to talk with the transfer student that he dropped the subject about me and Ayase entirely. I owed it all to the transfer student, really. Oh no, why am I doing anything? Okay. Oh my, I was just about to say that I should do a negative delusion, but then she appeared on the screen and I just would feel entirely bad. Oh god, or I could do nothing. I could do the boring way out and do nothing. No, I'm fun. Speak of the devil, there she was, passing right next to me. Listen, okay. Dude, you guys are getting a little... By the way, speaking of delusions in the comments, y'all apparently have very low tolerance when it comes to your cringe sensors. Because, like, goddamn, you're even, like, timing when the delusion starts and when it ends so people could just skip by that part. Nah, fuck you. You gotta watch. If I gotta watch it, you gotta watch it too. Alright? So stop it. I bet if it was a negative one, you wouldn't, because everyone would be dying. That's how it is. With a face that looked like she was about to cry, she bowed her head to me. Despite how uncomfortable I felt, I managed to nod back. We're friends. Oh, I watched as she attempted to leave through the school gate, tripping over herself all along the way. Once again, I thought about how small she was. She would fit the lowly archetype to a T, and on top of that, she was a clumsy girl too. I didn't know her very well, but her perfect blend of personalities made me want to shout from the rooftops. She was loaded with moe traits. I'm starting to think I shouldn't be doing the positive now. And yet, she didn't seem very popular with the other girls. What people valued in others really differ between 2D and 3D, huh? True! That's like the most accurate statement I've heard in my life. Oh, god damn it. Is it gonna do the... Oh, no. And so I died. That's the true positive delusion. My vision suddenly went pitch black. I felt something push against my eyes. Oh, it's Remy covering our eyes. What the hell? I already know, see? It is what it is. No fucking way. Could it be the legendary Who Is It game? The legend state. It only exists within the 2D world. Yet she'd said the classic line. Could it be? Could it well and truly be? I never thought I'd experience it in my lifetime. As of right now, I've basically won the game of life. Yeah, we've done everything we wanted. Now hang on, calm down. Okay. There was no way I'd encounter an urban legend in the third dimension. Surely. Right, what was I thinking? I was in a delusion. I had to be. Dude, I don't even know anymore. This is one of those games where you're like, where you start to question what's real, what's not real, what, you know, what's a delusion, what's not a delusion, what's fact, what's lies. You don't fucking know. You're just along for the ride. I mean, it was an urban legend, aka something that nobody could confirm the existence of. Whew, almost had me there. I managed to regain my composure. If this was a delusion, I wanted to get back to reality ASAP. That way, I could just get it over with. Kind of like jumping into a lake or something. That way, it hurt less. She's just like, what is he thinking about? On the other hand, why don't I indulge myself in this blissful fantasy for a little while? I'm sure Remy won't mind. Oh.
ヒントはね、名前にリがつく。
Yeah, it was pretty obvious even without the hint. I could tell the moment she'd open her mouth. After all, I was trained in the art of working out the voice actor just by hearing an anime character talk. That's like you guys in the comments. That only works. I only can do that with like certain voice actors and actresses. It's like I get triggered PTSD or something and I hear them like, oh my god. That said, I wasn't a VA otaku or anything like that. This was just a natural stage of progression for anyone who watched anime.
あれ？わからない？第二ヒント。名前にみがつく。
You just spell it out, why don't you? Literally, you just gave away the answer. What a complete dunce. Then again... Oh, Remy. You're so cute, Remy. There was a simple reason as to why I couldn't answer. While I obviously knew saying the name out loud was pretty damn embarrassing. Oh, since it was a delusion, I should just play along. Oh.
Me.
Hooray! Her hands release my face. I open my eyes. And she's naked. No, it's fine. The positive didn't go that way. I turned around and of no surprise found Remy standing there.
私だってごめんね。
I still think you could have helped her out. Wait, what? I wasn't waking up from the delusion? Usually it would just end there, and I'd suddenly return to my senses. Dude, I don't know what is and what isn't anymore. It didn't do the wibbly wobbly, it didn't do the but sometimes it never did that anyway, and then it was still a delusion. So who fucking knows? I tried pinching my cheek. Ow. Wait, no, that's how you tell if you're in a dream, but dreams and delusions aren't all that different, so it's not really wrong to use that method. But ow, my cheek hurts, what the fuck? Wait, was this actually real? Upon realizing this, I instantly became embarrassed. My face shot straight to the ground.
どうしたの？顔赤いよ。
He like collapses his head all the way to the ground, smashing it into the floor. In spite of her words, Remy's cheeks were dyed a light scarlet. Oh my god. But maybe that was just because the sunset was shining down on her. Maybe. Perhaps.
さあ、帰ろう。
Okay. I'm scared. And Suime Academy was in the high-end residential area of Shoto. Every house was huge, and the whole area just oozed with the air of success and affluency. Despite this being Shibuya, and still daytime at that, there were hardly any people around. It gave this area this forlorn, lonesome air.
タクって 意外とモテるよね。
You know what? Now that you say that, yes, and we hate it. Oh my god, I nearly died just then. What the hell was she talking about?
あれ？自覚ない？
With a chuckle, Remy shot her index finger toward the tip of my nose. Don't point at people. It's rude, goddammit.
だってこの前はメガネかけた3年生の綺麗な人と一緒だったし。
Okay, listen, we don't discuss her no more.
あれは。
うん、昨日聞いた。タクに意地悪する人だよね。
Something like that. If you knew, then why are you?
で、今日はあのフェスと話してた。あと折原さん。転校してきた朝に真っ先にタクに声をかけてたよね。
I mean...
さらに今こうして私と一緒に帰ってる。ほら、モテモテだ。
He's like, damn, you bring up a good point. Actually, I had been thinking about that recently. Has my life as a normie begun? Are my popular times finally here? Stuff like that. Something that would have been absolutely unthinkable for me a month ago. Back then, I'd never had the chance to even talk to 3D girls, excluding Nanami. But we hate her anyway, apparently, so... I always boasted about not being into 3D girls, but that was just to make myself look cool and different. So Remy was definitely onto something. Why had my encounters with females increased with such frequency lately? It all kicked off after that chat with Shogun. A scary thought suddenly crossed my mind. No, stop thinking scary things. What if every single event in this past month had all been a delusion? You know what? What if I'd just been having a really, really long dream? I think about that sometimes. Like, what if, like, I'm actually just a kid right now, and I'm sleeping, and then I wake up, and I just experienced, like, fucking, like, 20 years of my life in a dream. And I'm like, holy shit. Considering, maybe we are similar, considering how insane everything was, I didn't think I'd be all that surprised if everything went right back to normal tomorrow. Or maybe the person controlling me had been swapped out with someone else. Nope, still me, buddy. It's like, God, I wish it wasn't me. Maybe the previous one was just happy watching me go through the motions, but the new one preferred to interact with other characters. Or something like that. I mean, either way, the past month didn't feel entirely real to me. Way too many things have been happening.
っていうか、私今日初めて知ったんだけど、フェスって同じ学校だったんだね。しかも同学年の隣のクラス。
Remy's voice was overflowing with excitement. I guess Remy was quite the trendsetter. Well, I mean, she liked Phantasm. Like, when...
昨日タクから CD 借りたばっかりだからすごくびっくりしちゃった。
Yeah.
それにすごく可愛い子だし。
True. I think I asked the question, who's the cutest or whatever, and people said I think it was mostly Remy at this point, but I think it was also like ISA as well. Anyway, Remy circled around in front of me. While still facing me, she began to walk backward. Her voice got all quiet, and then she asked me a question timidly.
何話してたの？
今
朝、フェス、岸本さんと。
Tell her nothing. She must not know.
聞かせてほしいな。
Okay, maybe tell her. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
私には聞く権利なんてないかもって思うけど、でも岸本さんと話してた時のタク、すごく思い詰めた様子だったから。 なんだか心配で。
He really is troubled, though. This is definitely an issue. She'd seen completely through me. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to tell her everything. Well, to be fair, we don't actually know. We don't know if that would be a bad idea or not. It wasn't like I had other people to talk about it to. Plus, agonizing over it on my own gotten pretty exhausting. I'd appreciate another perspective. Not from someone who's spoken nothing but vague, ambiguous bullshit, like I say in Senna, but from someone that would give actual concrete answers to my concerns. What if finding the die sword and awakening our third eye makes us become somebody who only speaks in said ambiguous bullshit? But when we talked yesterday, she hadn't believed me at all.
話してたのは剣のこと。
Oh, we're just
剣っ
going.
て昨日タクが言ってたやつ。
Yup. I nodded.
綾瀬は持ってるんだ。
何を？
本物を。
I feel like I would have omitted that. I don't know. I wouldn't say that anybody else had one of the swords. I'd just be like, yeah, we were talking about that. It is what it is. I wasn't completely sure, but thought I heard Remy taking in a large breath. Oh boy. She staggered with her eyes open wide, and then, after taking a few steps back,
嘘だ。
it's like it was like one of those moments where they're like, Mother of God, and then they like kick right back into themselves. She shouted with a clearly skeptical voice.
だってあれおもちゃでしょ？
だから僕のはおもちゃだけど、彼女のは本物で、
Oh.
ライブ行けば見られ。
I quickly realized what I was saying and cut myself off. Would she even be able to see it? I mean, Ayase had mentioned that only people with powers could see die swords.
ライブに行けばその本物の剣を見られるの？じゃあ今度行ってみようかな。ファンタズムのライブそのものも見たいし。
Oh, Jesus.
あ、タク一緒に行く？
I don't know. I didn't like that place. I had a very weird, like, orgy delusion, and I didn't like it.
見られないかも。限られた人にしか見えないらしいんだ。
あ、そうなんだ。裸の王様みたいなものかな。
The Emperor's new clothes.
じゃあ、私バカだから見えないかも。なんてね。
Something tells me that's not the case. Actually, that was a good point. Come to think of it, I didn't know anything about what exactly a real die sword was, nor how it worked. I'd just been accepting everything Ayase said without question.
そんな剣、本当にあるのかな。やっぱり私信じられないよ。タクが見たっていう岸本さんの剣も本物っぽく見えるおもちゃじゃないの？
でも光ったし。
She like literally summoned it out of the trans-dimensional vortex. Like it.
おもちゃでも光るやつはいくらでもあるよ。
You don't understand, Remy. Well, she wasn't wrong. If you wanted something to glow, you could easily slap some lights onto it. But then when I thought of the overwhelming sense of presence Senna and Ayase swords had, their existence became harder to deny. They had an aura about them that no mere toy should have been capable of. And most of all, Ayase had taken that sword out of thin air. Okay, thank God. I was like, are you missing that point? I'd seen it with my own eyes. It wasn't anything simple like hypnosis or super speed. On top of that, I felt as if I'd only gotten to experience the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, we're at the very tip.
僕には妄想を現実に投影する力があるかも。
Straight up, just a crazy person. I had no definite proof, but I tried throwing my thoughts at Remy regardless.
だから将軍に、狙われてる気がする。
that was the only possible reason he'd be targeting me. There was nobody more harmless than I was. Otakus were fundamentally harmless beings. So we did shut ourselves away in our own little worlds after all. If we had time to bother Desidens of the third dimension, we'd rather spend that in our own heads, flirting with adorable moe characters. True!
昨日調べてた特許のこと？タクはあんな装置持ってるの？
No.
そうじゃなくて、装置とかなくても力使えるかも。
タクからかってるんでしょ？
God, I wish I was.
あ、わかった。何かの漫画かアニメが元ネタ？
I mean, technically, just as I'd feared, she didn't believe me. But I knew I'd experienced what I was talking about before, with that accident back in elementary school. I tried desperately to explain that to Remy. It's like, so listen, that I might have been a murderer. No, okay, listen. All right, the delusion may have been our fault, but okay. I knew Remy would abandon me if I confessed that to her, but I couldn't hide it anymore. Oh, we're just going to do it. Okay. I wanted to tell someone. If I did, I could clear the uncertainty in my mind even just a little bit. Remy listened to my shaky explanation with a troubled look on her face, remaining silent the entire time. And after I finished talking...
考えすぎだよ。
Yeah, just waved it away. She nonchalantly laughed the whole thing off.
そう考えてることだってタクの妄想なんだよ。わかってる？
I know it sounds delusional, but that's the crazy part. It could be real. It's all real. We're all clones. Was I really overthinking it? That was a nice thought. But even with that theory, the uncertainty in the depths of my mind hadn't cleared at all. Oh, I thought it was about to... What the shit? Oh no, it's just like another, like... We like in Billy Williams' office or some shit. Well, dude, I hope so. He needs to crack this case as fast as possible, or else I'm gonna lose my mind. My sanity's already drifting away. Let's be honest. It's already been drifting away for a while now.